Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back to another round of candle reviews. I hope your Tuesday is off to a fantastic start. I am going to have 3 more reviews to share today. The first one is going to be of Homeworx Cinnamon Peach Latte. A little bit later on today, you're going to see 2 more reviews. Those are going to come from Kringle Candle, and they are also new holiday fragrances for Kringle as well for 2023. So I am still slowly making my way through all of these candles that I was hoping to get reviews up of before Christmas, and I feel like I can achieve that goal still, but we'll see. I got so behind this year with filming these candle reviews. I don't know what happened, but anyway, trying my best to just kind of crank these out as I can. So obviously make sure you're subscribed. That way when these reviews go up, there's the tippity top of Alf is joining us for the video. As these videos go up, they should pop up in your subscription feed. So let's go ahead and kick it off with Cinnamon Peach Latte. In full disclosure, this particular one was sent to me as PR, so I did not pay for it. It is still available at Homeworx.Shop, so you can use my discount code. The information for that is always in the description box down below. Right now during the Friends and Family sale, so I'm filming this on Monday and this video is going up on Tuesday morning. Right now, this is on sale for $18.99. You should be able to use my discount code in addition and save a little bit more, but your overall total purchase has to be $40 or more, so keep that in mind. But yeah, if you're interested in picking this one up, it's still readily available. I don't believe that I have seen this one showing up either at Ross, Marshall's, HomeGoods, or TJ Maxx. You know, people are usually pretty good about sharing pictures on social media as a lot of these Homeworx fragrances are showing up at those different locations. But this is one that I don't think that I have seen anybody kind of share pictures of out in the wild, if you will. So if you want it, it looks like maybe Homeworx.Shop might be the only location to get that right now. So, but still might be worth the hunt. I know that there's just a ton of scents showing up out there, so you might be able to find what you're looking for while you are out doing some other shopping. So don't forget to check out the candle sections in those different stores. Let's go ahead and get into the description of this one. I have to admit that when I first received this as PR, I was like, oh, I'm not so sure about this. I'm not sure about, I think that cinnamon and peach kind of makes sense together, but I think it was the latte part, like the coffee component of this that I think kind of threw me off. But I have to admit, last year Homeworx kind of also threw me off with their peach gingerbread can. Do you guys remember the peach gingerbread from last year? When I first saw that one, I was thinking, why would you put peach with gingerbread at all? It just sounded so bizarre to me. But honestly, it wasn't until I stuck my nose in it that I was like, oh, this does actually work. I tend to be, and I've mentioned this in videos before, I tend to be kind of judgy about fragrances until like I actually smell them. Just kind of like, there's no way that'll work. But it does. Like sometimes things just work in like the oddest combinations. And I think this is another really good example of me maybe not judging things before I actually have a chance to burn them. I didn't love this as much on cold sniff as I actually do enjoy it now while it's lit. I do think it transforms a little bit. So don't just judge this on the cold sniff initially. It really does kind of transform into a more warm, cozy type of scent once you actually light it up. So let's go ahead and read through these fragrance notes, and I'll kind of try to break down like what my nose picks up. So your notes here are steamed vanilla froth, whipped peach, grated cinnamon, and fluffy marshmallow. So you'll kind of notice that there's no real mention of like a coffee note at all. Now, I love lattes. Whenever I go to Starbucks, I usually get a like an oat milk latte. And my lattes, whether I order the ones with the real milk or the oat milk, I tend to favor the oat milk now a little bit more. I just like that oat milk flavor. But even with regular milk, I can still very much smell the like the coffee component of my latte. And I almost feel like this is kind of misnamed in a way. It certainly has a pretty picture of a latte on the front here, but I don't pick up any latte notes at all. Now, I certainly smell a like warmed milk component here, which, you know, frothed milk is obviously part of a latte. So that definitely makes sense. I do get a really nice light kind of creamy peach note, which I guess could be called the whipped peach here. I smell just a really nice hint of cinnamon. It is not an overly aggressive red hot cinnamon or spicy cinnamon. It's softer in its presentation, more of just like maybe you are opening your cinnamon from your spice rack. That nice soft Ceylon cinnamon, that is what I get from this candle here. And in terms of the marshmallow, this does have a really nice sweetness to it. It's not an overly sweet scent. I think the peach helps to provide a little bit of that sweetness, but I think it's this like marshmallow component here, if you will, that provides the bulk of the sweetness. Again, it's creamy. It really kind of works with all of these fragrance notes together. So in terms of like what I smell, it really is quite accurate to the actual scent notes here. I can pick up every single part of this. There is no coffee note. So if you two were thinking like, how are they gonna pair peach and coffee? That sounds bizarre. There is no coffee note to my nose. If you happen to pick that coffee up somehow, definitely leave it down below in the comments, but for me it's just not present here at all. This is a really nicely balanced candle, but I do have to say it doesn't really necessarily scream Christmas or holidays to me. I think this would have been maybe a little bit better as like an early fall transitional fragrance. Or maybe even a summer scent. I don't know. For me, peach just really kind of belongs in the summer. And I know there's a lot of people who are like, well, not everyone's a seasonal burner. And I totally get that. But if you are a seasonal burner, it can be really hard to accept certain fragrance notes during times of the year where your brain just doesn't want to, like, you know, put those things there. I know that sounds weird, but like for me, I love peaches in the summer. I'm only ever used to like really enjoying them in the summer. And so I just equate that fragrance with that time of year. But I think that the cinnamon here maybe can make it borderline holiday appropriate. I don't know. I gotta say, it's not the right season for me with this one, but I'm actually enjoying the scent. I think it's a good scent. It's an interesting blend. It's not necessarily notes that I would think to pair together, but they do actually work. Like this whole situation works and it smells good. For me, it would be a one and done. I'm not sure that this is one that I would personally seek out again in the future. There are other peach fragrances from Homeworx that I prefer more. My all-time favorite is definitely their farm stand peach. I live for farm stand peach every single summer. It is absolutely delicious. But yeah, this one here, I think it's nice and I'm enjoying it for what it is, but I don't think that I will repurchase it. Now, Strength and Throw. This one has been burning quite well in terms of just the general performance. The Strength and Throw is a solid medium. It's not a house filler. I cannot say that. The strength I would put at about a 6.5. When I put it in a hurricane, I can get it up to a 7, but on its own, just sitting on a pedestal, it does need a little bit more help to get a little bit more oomph to it. The Throw, I would say, is also probably somewhere between a 6 and a 7. It's an absolute room filler. It, again, is intensified a little more when I have it in the Chester Hurricane. But yeah, a house filler, no. It's pairing pretty well with most of what I'm burning right now. but there are some scents, like I don't think this smelled really good with a lot of my like Kringle, my beloved Kringle holiday tree scents. So I actually have kept this mostly here in the dining room because this particular space doesn't really allow the fragrance to escape very easily. This is the one room that's a little bit more enclosed in the downstairs of our house. So if there are fragrances that I don't really want mingling with other scents that I have going in other parts of the house, you know, I will put those scents in here. So yeah, decent performance overall. I did just light this a few minutes before starting this video, but I do want to give you guys an overhead shot just to show you how she's been burning. There is no discoloration in the wax. The last burn, we had to leave the house. I didn't realize that Craig had plans for us, so it didn't pull out completely during the last burn here. So that one is my bad, but for the most part, these wicks have been pretty solid performers. They do form some small mushroom tops, but nothing crazy. So I just use my cuticle scissors to snip off the very top there. But the wax pool is staying nice and clean. There's no discoloration, no sooting or anything like that. So she is performing well in that respect. But yeah, overall, I think that I would give this like a thumb up, not multiple thumbs, just because this, you know, this scent doesn't speak to me the way that some other Homeworx fragrances do. But I think overall, it's an interesting idea. I think it works, and the performance has been pretty good. So yeah, definitely thumbs up for this one. If you are at all in the market for trying something kind of different, something that is maybe a little bit more unexpected, this might be a really great choice for you. But also let me know down below if you are a strict seasonal burner like I am, or if you really just kind of burn whatever floats your boat. I would be very curious to see kind of what the breakdown is, how other people handle this. Yeah, for me, it's obviously strictly seasonal, but I'd love to know your guys' take as well. So let me know if you have any questions. Check the description box on where to purchase Cinnamon Peach Latte, as well as that discount code, and stay tuned for the other reviews going live a little bit later on today. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.